What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Roosevelt, aka Ro, aka Ro, aka Killer Calhoun, aka Cal Weezy, and whatever else the fuck you want to call me, man. So today we finna figure out which boxing glove is the best for beginners. I got a couple different gloves here. We about to get right into it. Let's get it. All right, y'all. So today I got 6 different pairs of boxing gloves with me, and we're going to be talking about each and every one of them. And we're even going to be talking about a couple pair that I don't have. So by the end of this video, hopefully you'll know what pair of boxing gloves you're showing up with to your next boxing session. You feel me? All right. Hey. All right, y'all. So the first pair of gloves we're going to be going over, I don't know if y'all can see that, is Everlast. Everlast is one of the premier boxing gloves to have. Everlast is, to me, like the Nike of boxing gloves. They can be, you got some cheap ones, you got some expensive ones, but overall they're a good glove. Great durability, comfort, and protection. Overall, they pretty much hit every box. Now these are one of the more expensive Everlast gloves, one of the more higher end, and even the high end Everlast gloves aren't that expensive. These were about 150 bucks, but they're a great glove. They feel nice, they protect your hands, and they're gonna last a long time. And you can even see when I have it on, it has padding damn near to the elbow. So when you're blocking shots, it has good padding on the end. On the inside, you have a bit of flexibility, for your fingertips, so you can open your hand up a little bit, and when you punch, you're 100% protected. So Everlast, I'd give these about 9 out of 10 overall as a glove, as a brand. Now again, you can get some cheap ones, and those can scale down to about the low 5s, about 5 out of 10. Depends what glove you get. If you just buy a random pair from like Big Five or Walmart, they're probably not going to be that good. But I would recommend, if you are just starting off, there is nothing wrong with getting a pair of Everlast from Walmart or like 40, 50 bucks. Like they'll last you, and they're durable. The next glove is Rival. So Rival is, I'd say these are kind of like the Adidas of boxing gloves. They are a good glove. They're good. Kind of like Everlast. They offer a lot of protection. Now, one thing about these gloves, you have a little bit of hand movement. I could punch a brick wall and damn near not feel anything. They have great padding on the inside. Now, in this strap right here, if you're going to get a strap version of these Rival gloves, they have great wrist protection, right? But the only issue with these gloves is how stiff they are, right? Now, these gloves, again, when your hand's going to feel protected when you're punching, when you're blocking, when you're catching, when you're defending. But I'm not even going to hold you, bro. These gloves are stiff than a bitch. They do be stiff. Aside from that, though, they provide good protection. They have pretty good durability. Now, I won't say they last as long as Everlast, but these can last you a long time. A really good glove to get. My next one is Venom. These were actually one of the first pair of gloves I got. For beginners, you should probably start off with either Tidal or Everlast, especially if you're just doing it for cardio. But I wanted to be different. I didn't want to look like a noob. Even though people are going to tell, regardless of what glove you have on, people are going to tell if you're new or not, or if you're a noob or whatever. But I wanted something different. So I got Venoms. Now, Venom boxing gloves. These gloves break in super fast. Now, they have pretty thin padding. They don't provide you a lot of protection when you're punching or when you're defending, but you have a lot more hand mobility. So if you're an actual fighter who likes to like have movement, likes to open up your hands and not feel so stiff, these are good. But now with that comes thinner padding. Hey, sorry, I got like 5 dogs back here. We got thinner padding, less protection. But when you punch someone though, if you're sparring, or when you punch someone, you gonna feel it, or they're gonna feel it, you know. But aside from that, I'd give these gloves probably like, for a beginner, I'd say they're a pretty good glove. They wear down pretty fast, easy to break in, but they wear down quickly. So I'd probably give these maybe 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. I'll give them like a C plus, B minus as a glove. Now we're getting into the nicer gloves, the Reyes. So Reyes is a good glove. These cost me about $250, almost $300. But these gloves, and don't mind this, this is my initials, I got them customized. But these gloves, pretty stiff, not too much hand flexion, and they're pretty good around the wrist. But with these gloves, and also a thin padding on the top of the glove. So when you're punching, right, you're not going to have as much protection, but your hands feel really light and fast in these. So that's one thing to consider when you have Reyes. These are the type of glove, these are your standard Mexican gloves. I want fast hands. I'm stronger than you. I'm faster than you. I'm coming forward. I'm moving my head. Combination puncher. That's these gloves. Now, as a beginner, would I recommend you to get these gloves as a beginner? No. For one, they're too damn expensive, bro. You're just starting out. You don't need this glove. But if you really want it, if you really like the feel of it, maybe you tried your friends at the gym, your coaches at the gym, you really like the glove, then you can bust down the $200 for it. It's a good glove. Good glove. It has great durability, and they're gonna last you a long time. All right. Now, last but not least, and I'm about to do these two pair together. You have Winning, and you have my personal favorite, Grants. Now, these two are infamous for being the most fucking expensive gloves in boxing, period. First of all, I don't even know where you can even buy a pair of Grants. If you're a beginner, there is no reason you should be looking at either of these two gloves unless you're getting ready for your professional debut or you're an experienced amateur. There is no reason why you should be even looking at either of these two fucking gloves. Now, I'll tell you why. Again, Winning goes from anywhere between $300 to $1,000. They're an expensive ass glove. And that's just the gloves. If you want a whole set, like the Winning headgear and the Winning cut protector and all that, that's going to run you probably close to $1,500. And they're a good glove. I'd say they're equally about the quality of Reyes. They have pretty thin padding at the top, but they feel super light. They give you a lot of wrist mobility. Now, if you have a bad wrist or weak wrist, now this is a glove I probably wouldn't recommend. Now moving over a bit more to Grant's. Grant's glove is going to have a bit more wrist protection and wrist stability and a bit more padding. Again, this is a glove kind of like the Rivals. You can punch pretty hard. You can punch a wall and almost not feel anything. They provide pretty good protection. Not the lightest glove, but lighter than most. But again, these are super expensive. I got these as a gift. I don't even really know where you can buy a pair of Grants, but if you do get them, they're probably going to cost you $1,500 for just the glove. Again, super expensive. So overall, I would give both those two. Me personally, I love the way they feel more than anything. So I would, me personally, I would give them 8.5, 9 out of 10. Overall, as a glove, just overall, I'd probably give the winning in terms of durability and everything else. I'd probably give it like a 7, and the grants about a 7.58. But again, that's just me. So neither of those two gloves, if you're a beginner, you shouldn't even be looking the way of those two gloves. Now, the next glove, last but not least, Title. These are the New Balance Pumas, if you will, of boxing. They're horrible. They're horrible. Well, I had to use them for my amateur fights. I hate the way they feel. They feel extremely stiff. And they were broken in because other fighters are using these same Title gloves, like prior to my match. So people are using these gloves, recycling them, and they're using them, handing them back out to the next fighter. So these gloves are broken in. They are stiff as hell. They have little to almost no protection, and they just don't even feel good. They don't feel good when you're punching. They don't feel good when you're defending. I just hate Title. Now, Title is the only thing I will give Title the credit of is being cheap. They are a good glove, right? If you're just getting started out, you need a cheap glove, either Everlast or Title. You can get a pair of Title boxing gloves for like $25-$30 on Amazon. Now, if you do have a pair of Titles on, most of the time people are going to look at you like, yeah, you just box casually, right? You don't really do this. And if you're just going to hit the mitts, that's fine. All you really need is a cheap glove. I would give Title a 2 or 3 out of 10. At 3 kind of being generous. I'd give them, me personally, I'd give them a 2 out of 10. I think they're horrible, but that's in the competition aspect. Now, in terms of affordability, I'm going to give them a 9.5 out of 10. Same with Everlast. Everlast, it depends what kind of glove you get. But overall, man, I would say the best glove in terms, now overall, backtracking, going over every glove we went over to, the best glove for starters, I would say is probably going to be Everlast. We're talking protection, longevity, price. If you're just starting boxing, there is nothing wrong with having a pair of Everlast. Now, if you're going to get the lace, the lace style. Now, if you're going to get the lace style or the strap, that's up to you. Whatever feels more comfortable. Just be mindful that with the strap, just be mindful that with the lace, you need somebody there to tie it for you. Now, if you have the strap, it's always going to be more convenient because you can always strap your own glove. Most gloves that do have laces are going to be a bit nicer, a bit more stylistic, a bit more appealing, but the strap is quicker, more convenient, and you don't need someone to tie your fucking glove for you every workout session. But yeah, that's the conclusion, man. If you're just starting out with boxing, Everlast. If you really want to get something nice, or if you were like, man, I want to look like I know what I'm doing, or I want to have a better, cooler looking glove, and still kind of have it be affordable, I would say go Rival. There's Rival is a good glove as well. If you're just starting out, but you don't want something like cheap, you want something nice that's going to last you a while, I'd either say Everlast would be my top selection, with Rivals being number 2. Title, I'm going to put it 3, just because I just think they're a cheap, shitty glove. But again, in terms of affordability, they take every glove by a mile. Thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate you guys. Tune in with me next time. Me and my fat man. Peace.